my name is Maddie, or Books with Maddie, and today I'm going to be showing you all the books that I forgot to haul in 2021. Okay, so it is the end of the year. Yay! That makes me nervous. I'm trying to finish up my reading goals, and I realized I have not filmed a book haul since June, which is sad for me because I've gotten some new books since then, and I realized I never hauled them. So that's basically what this video is going to be. I have a lot to haul, and I do want to be clear before I start this video. I don't usually do this at the beginning of my videos because I hope it's clear, but book hauls are not a way at all for me to, brag or, flex about how many books that I have. I genuinely enjoy watching people's book hauls, and I know a lot of people who do, so that's the type of content that I make. I try to make content that I would want to watch, and this is something that I like to watch on other people's channels, so that's why I do it. I think it's really fun and cool to share the books that different people have and have gotten and things like that. So that's my disclaimer. This is part of my job, is reading and reviewing books and making videos about them, so I buy books. That's like just how it works. So yes, this is a lot of books and probably more than it should be, but that's the way that it is right now, so feel free to judge me. I'm literally just gonna go right into it. There are a lot of books that I need to haul, so I'm gonna be talking kind of fast, but I'm not going to be giving really any synopsis unless it's like a really quick thing. This is kind of just like a show and tell, some books that I got, and I'm gonna try to not make this video very long because I have a lot of long videos coming out right now, so wish me luck. So I've moved you back a little bit so that I can have a little bit more room to show you. So I have many different genres that these are coming from. I have my laptop over here that's just literally a list of books that I need to haul for you guys, and I'm gonna be going by genre. So yeah, I mean, let's literally just jump right into it. I'm gonna be telling you where I got the books because I'm a big proponent of thrifting and getting books secondhand. So I'm gonna be sharing with you books that I was able to get not full price and not from Amazon because I think that's important. Okay, let's just get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with science fiction because I decided that it's my channel. So I haven't gotten too many science fiction, about 5 I think, so this will be pretty quick. The first 2 that I got are part of a duology by Alexandra Bracken. I believe it's just called the Passenger Duology. I don't know too much about what this book is about, but don't dwell, Maddie, keep moving. I'm excited. It sounds like historical fiction mixed with sci-fi, which is really interesting to me. Alexandra Bracken wrote The Darkest Minds, and I loved that series, so I'm really excited to experience more of her writing, and I did thrift both of these, which I was very lucky to find. Next, I got the final book in the Young Elites trilogy, The Midnight Star. I thrifted this from Thrift Books. Actually, I got those 2 from an in-person thrift store. This I got from Thrift Books, and I'm very excited to read it. I haven't gotten a chance yet. I'm also gonna let you know if I've read some of these books because I've had some of them for so long that I've read some of them. Next, I got The Water Cure by Sophie McIntosh. I haven't really heard about anybody talking about this, but I found this on Book Outlet, I believe, and it sounded really interesting. It's like a feminist dystopian sci-fi novel, and I just thought it sounded really, really cool and really intriguing, so I picked it up. And then I also thrifted this one from an in-person store, The First 15 Lives of a Harry August by Claire North. This one is like time travel and like reincarnation, I guess? I don't know. It gave me like Addie LaRue kind of vibes. I don't know how accurate that is, but basically about him living like 15 lives and everything is always the same until one of the lives something changes or something to that effect. And so I'm really excited to read this at some point. Next, we're gonna move on to classics. These are books that I mostly just had to read for school, so I've read most of these. So the first one is The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. This is a American realism novel about the meatpacking industry in Chicago. You've probably heard of this one. I believe I gave it like 3 or 4 stars. I had to read that for my American realism class. Next, this is also American realism, My Antonia by Willa Cather, early 1900s or late 1800s? I don't know. Nebraska. Just commentary on farm. And The Turn of the Screw. I've thrifted all of these, by the way, from either Thrift Books or Amazon Marketplace. Second sale places like that. I got all of these for like $3. Turn of the Screw by Henry James. It's like a horror, American realism, psychological novel. Ethan Frome by Edith Wharton. Another American realism. This is a short little novella. Very interesting discussion on this one. Also thrifted this. Really cool edition for like $4. And then the Portable Charles W. Chestnut. This is like a collection of Charles Chestnut's works. I read The Mirror of Tradition out of this. Very, very good book. highly, highly recommend. And I got it in this form, but I haven't read. Oh, I read his essays also in the back of this. Then the last one, I haven't read this one because I picked this up not for school, but for my own reading. And it is The Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Rhys, which is like a really interesting retelling of Jane Eyre that I haven't been able to read yet, but I'm actually obsessed with this cover also. So I'm very excited to pick this up hopefully very, very soon. I actually forgot one other classic. It's the American Realism Portable Reader, which is a like short story compilation of American realist short stories. I don't know where it is at the moment to get it from my American Realism class. It has authors like Frank Norris, Kate Chopin in it and stuff like that. Just like a collection of a bunch of short stories from a bunch of different American Realism authors, and I had to just read a bunch of them for my class. Okay, moving on to like contemporaries, I got only four contemporary novels, which I don't know what that says about me, but I'm scared. Okay, so first I thrifted All My Mother's Love by Ilana Masad. I don't remember what this book is about, but I remember it gave me Evelyn Hugo vibes, and I'm here for that. It's like about a daughter who finds like some kind of secrets about her mother after she's dead or something like that. I don't remember, but I'm very excited to read it because it sounded very dramatic, and I'm here for that. And then I got sent by one of my subscribers, which I'm so grateful for, My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. This is a really hard-hitting contemporary novel, I believe, about a girl who was groomed by one of her professors. It sounds really, really tragic. I'm very scared to read it. It is my bomb book for the start of 2022, so I'm hoping I don't get a choker because I'm literally terrified of this book. Then I got Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I have read this one. I finished it just a couple days ago, and I absolutely loved it. I'm obsessed with this book. You should definitely read it if you're considering it. It's about a group of people who are in like a bank robbery hostage crisis situation, and it is so good. I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. And then I got Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. I don't know too much about this one, but I know it's like contemporary mixed with mystery mixed with like magical realism. It just sounds really whimsical and interesting. I'm very excited to pick it up. I want to say soon, but like I know that that's probably not gonna happen. I got a couple nonfiction books recently. I thrifted 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo, which is an exposition about 3 women's sex lives in America, which is like fascinating and not weird for me to be interested in because I'm studying gender and sexuality. So it's weird if you like it, but when I like it, it's not weird. I'm just like very curious about how this is gonna be. I really have not read a ton of reviews about it or anything. It just sounds really interesting. I'm very curious. And then I also picked up, there was a 50% off sale like a couple months ago at Barnes & Noble, and I got the Notorious RBG, The Life and Times of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which is something that I'm really excited to work through. I get so scared about reading about Ruth Bader Ginsburg after she died. Like, I have a bunch of books about her that I haven't read because I'm just gonna cry. So that's exciting for me. Then I got Educated by Tara Westover. I thrifted this one as well. I don't know literally anything about this book or why it's called Educated or who Tara Westover is, but I just know everyone who's read it is like obsessed with it. It's supposed to be like really amazing, so I'm really excited to find out what it's about when I get to it. But I know it's a memoir, and like New York Times 10 best books of 2018, that bodes well. So I'm excited to see what this is about. And lastly, I don't think this is nonfiction. Now that I am looking at the cover, because it says a novel, and that means it's not nonfiction, but I don't know, maybe it's historical fiction. It's called The Passion of Artemisia, which is about Artemisia Gentileschi, who is a Baroque painter. She is the subject of Bloodwater Paint by Joan McCulloch, which is one of my favorite books of all time. She's a fascinating woman, and I want to read everything that's ever been written about her. But I'm thinking maybe this is like written from her perspective, so it's like historical fiction. I thought it was like a biography on her, but I don't think that's true. So technically this isn't nonfiction, but I was confused, so I'm doing it in that part of this video. I apologize. I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get fantasy over with. This is like by far the biggest category. It has to end. So here we go. Fantasy. I'm gonna rapid fire these. Actually, I have literally none of them prepared, so it's not gonna be rapid fire. But first, I'll talk about Haroun and the Sea of Stories. I'm putting this first because I don't know for sure that this is fantasy. I was sent this by my good friend Julia, and it's supposed to be like whimsical and amazing and like a journey, like adventurous. I'm very, very excited to read it. I just don't know too much about it. I like when people send me books and I just go into them blind, because then I'm like I feel like I get more of an impression on the book based on who sent it to me than what the book is about. So I'm just like really, really excited about this book. And yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what it's about. But also, I'm not supposed to be getting synopsis, I'm supposed to be going rapid fire. Okay, we're just gonna get the most shameful ones out of the way first. I got King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. It's shameful because I already own the hardcover, so I didn't need the paperback, but I own it now. Next shameful one, Six of Crows, TV show cover edition. I have 2 other copies of Six of Crows. I am not the person who buys multiple copies of a book, apparently, unless it's Leigh Bardugo. Like, I usually don't do this. I'm sorry. I was just tempted. It was $8 at Target. Like, I don't know what you expected from me. And honestly, I don't hate this cover. I'm gonna be super honest with you. I don't think that the Six of Crows and Shadow and Bone TV show covers are that bad. It really could be a lot worse. Like, there's some TV show covers out there that are real bad. And then another copy of Shadow and Bone. Okay, but this one I feel like is justified because it's signed. Isn't that not so exciting though? Like, I feel like that's really super justified. And also it's in hardcover. I don't have the hardcover, I have the paperback. Okay, then we're gonna get into the actual fantasy books that I got. Afterlove by Tanya Byrne. I'm not gonna talk too much about this one because I already hauled it in my Fairy Loot, one of them. It's beautiful, it is queer, it is lovely, it is spooky and fantasy. I'm very excited to read this soon. That one's soon. Okay, that one's actually soon. Then the Atlas 6, which I believe I'm reading in January. So I actually have a date on this one, by Olivia Blake. This one is getting a new cover, and I'm kind of jealous that I bought it before the new cover. Kind of not super happy about that, but this one is like dark academia, fantasy, the Library of Alexandria vibes. So excited. The Gilded Wolves, I found this at a thrift store. Like, what the hey? It's by Roshani Chokshi, and I don't know anything about it. What is wrong with me? Whenever I do these book hauls, I just feel bad about myself afterwards. But I've heard like literally amazing things about it, so like, kill me. Judge me, please. Look at that, there's a little picture. Anyway, look at that. It's so cool. These ones, I'm pretty sure y'all already know about, but I got a bunch of Sarah J. Maas for the vlog that I'm doing. A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and then I also got this on sale, Crescent City. I haven't read this one yet, but I have read these 3. This one is intimidating, and I'm terrified of it. Just feel like worse and worse about myself as I haul all these books because there's so many. I'm so sorry. So, more fantasy. The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin, her newest book, I believe. Very excited to read this. Got it for 50% off at Barnes & Noble. I don't have anywhere else to put these books now. I'm literally surrounded by books. These Hollow Vows I got in a Fairy Loot box by Lexi Ryan. Fantasy, kind of new adult, I think, and just exciting things. Haven't read it yet. Cool spine, though. I mean, cool that, though. Gideon the Ninth, adult fantasy by Tasman Muir. Lesbian necromancers in space. Love it. Beast of Prey by Ayana Gray. Also got it from Fairy Loot. Wild Animals Zoo Goes Loose. Reminds me of Jurassic Park. Never seen Jurassic Park though, so it could be wrong. Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin, the final book in the Serpent and Dove trilogy. Haven't read it yet. I don't think I've read any of these yet. Bridget Kemmerer, Defy the Night. Also got it from Fairy Loot. I believe this is about like a kingdom that is going to ruin and something about a poison, an antidote or something. And then Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, also from Fairy Loot. I don't remember anything about this book, so love that for me. Okay, next we have The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, a retelling of 1001 Arabian Nights. 1001 Nights. I don't know where the word Arabian came from. Isn't there another book called like Arabian Nights or something? I don't know, I mixed them up, but this one I have read. Very good, 4 stars. Then I got that from Amazon. I think I got it for my birthday. Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. I thrifted. I don't know when I'm ever going to read this book, but I saw it on Thrift Books and I bought it impulsively. I'm mad at myself too. Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. This is the second book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. I haven't read either of the books yet, but I saw it on Thrift Books and I wanted this. I want to make my stance clear. I like the new covers better, but I wanted this cover because I have the first one in this cover and I wanted them to match. Then for my birthday, my friend bought me The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. So intimidating. Y'all already knew that I had this though, because I was supposed to read it in like November or something. I never got around to it. I will read this book in 2022, I promise. Then Where Dreams Descend, I also got for my birthday. I think I got this from Book Outlet by Janella Angeles, and I'm very excited about this one. We are on the last leg of fantasy, guys. We did it. So I thrifted Percy Jackson 1 through 5 at a thrift store, and I'm very excited about that. I read these when I was in like late elementary school, I think, and I haven't read them since, and I don't remember what they're about. Like, I remember what they're about, but like I don't remember the details of them, and so I really want to reread these in 2022. So I'm very excited about that. I also thrifted the first 2 Outlander books. When am I going to read these? Literally probably never. Like, are you kidding me? That's not happening anytime soon. But I want to at some point. I really want to, guys. Please believe in me. Please, somebody needs to believe in me when it comes to these books. Then I also thrifted. I go to too many thrift stores is what we're learning from this experience. The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. This is a nice little short guy. It's like magical realism, fantasy. I don't know too much what it's about, but it's supposed to be like literally amazing and life-changing. So ready to have my life changed, Neil Gaiman. And then lastly, I got Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I don't remember what this is about. But 10 Best Books by New York Times of 2017. Wait, I do remember because it reminds me of Monsters, Inc. It's about like they go through different doors to different places. Something along those lines. But don't quote me on that. But something like that. I literally could read the back of the book, but we don't have time. I just remembered And the Ocean Was Our Sky. I may have hauled this before. I don't remember at what time in my life I got this, but I believe I got this at a Overstock store. I believe I got it at Ollie's. It was like $3, and I did read this book, and it was amazing, and I highly recommend. Okay, moving on to romance. None of these are going to be very surprising because I just made an entire video about romance novels, but some of them are new. So first I got The Honey Don't List. I believe I got this for my birthday by Christina Lauren. I have read this book. It was really, really good. I mean, Christina Lauren, can't go wrong. 4 stars. Then I got the stack of books next to me is actually making me want to cry. One Day in December by Josie Silver. I'm actually currently reading this one. It's going to be one of my last books of 2021. I'm not really enjoying it so far. I'm going to be super honest with you. Okay, we have a bunch of other romances. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Read it, 4 stars. The Bromance Book Club by Amazon. Alyssa K. Adams. Overstock Store. No, a Book Outlet. Haven't read it yet. The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armaz. I got from Barnes & Noble. 4 stars. The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood. 5 stars. Got from Amazon. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I got from Amazon on sale. It was like a buy one get one 50% off. I think I got this with Anxious People. The Kiss Quotient. I can't remember if I followed this one already, but I got this from Thrift Books. Was very lucky with that. This is like magical realism. It's Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. I've been meaning to get into I cannot say their name. Anna Marie McLemore for years. I've been meaning to get into their work, and I found Wild Beauty on Thrift Books for like $2, and it's like almost new condition, and I was really excited about that. So I hope to get into this very soon. Okay, to finish up romance, I got Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Have read it, 5 stars. Then November 9th by Colleen Hoover. Read it, 3 stars. And then It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, which is obviously my bomb book. Haven't read it yet. Reading it in January. I will announce that later, but it didn't happen, guys. Very sorry. Next is horror, mystery, and thriller. Just all grouped into one. So let's just get right into it. I found Hope Never Dies by Andrew Schaefer at a thrift store. This is a fan fiction, a crime fan fiction of Barack Obama and Joe Biden. And I'm obsessed with it. I've read like the first 2 chapters of it, and I'm literally obsessed with it. It's incredible. Then I got Have You Seen Me by Kate White. This is a mystery, I think. I don't know the difference. But this one I got like pretty far into it, and then it just wasn't really for me. I hope to finish it one day. It was a little bit triggering for a couple things for me, so I just had to put it down for a little bit. Then I got Sometimes I Lie by Alex Feeney. My cousin has been trying to get me to read this book forever, and I'm going to read it next year. It's about a woman who I believe is in a coma, but she can like hear everything that's going on around her, which would be wild to experience, and also my worst fear. Then I got Ring Shout, which is a horror novella about, like, I think it's about, like, if the KKK was still, like, active, and also there's, like, magic. I don't know. There's also, like, demons. I'm very excited to read that one. It sounds fascinating. Miracle Creek by Angie Kim is a mystery that I know nothing about, but I thrifted. Oh, by the way, okay, sorry, forgot to tell you. Thrifted from thrift books, Overstocks, or no, Book Outlet, which is Overstock, I guess, and then thrifted from a thrift store. And then finally I got The Maidens by Alex Michaelides, and this one I got for my birthday, I believe, and I have read this and I gave it 3 stars. And those are all the mystery thrillers and horrors. 2 more sections, and this one is very short. This is poetry and short stories. I got Aphrodite Made Me Do It by Trista Mateer from an Overstock store from Ollie's. I got it because at certain points in my life, poetry becomes like a palate cleanser, like specifically poetry like this becomes a palate cleanser, where it's just like a break in between 2 big novels or something, or at the end of the year when I need to be, you know, finishing up books quickly. And so I got this. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited, I think is a word that I would use, to see all these illustrations and stuff. I don't have high expectations for it because, you know, it looks like it's kind of like Instagram poetry, but, you know, I'm keeping my mind open to it. I'm open to it being good, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. But it could be good. I don't know. Anyway, then I got a short story collection from my cousin called Black Friday. I don't know too much about this, I'm gonna be honest. These stories explore urgent instances of racism and cultural unrest and the ways we fight for humanity in an unforgiving world. And it sounds really, really fascinating. I haven't, oh, I forgot, she gave me a sticker. My cousin gave this book to me and there was a sticker in it. I put that on my laptop. And yeah, this sounds really, really fascinating. I hope to read it very soon. And then the last section is historical fiction. So I thrifted the entire stack of books just fell over. It is a disaster. What I am looking at right now is horrible. We're just pushing forward. I'm so close to being done with this. Okay, next, Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groudon. This is a historical fiction, science fantasy, what am I saying? Historical fiction, science fiction twist if the Nazis had won World War II. That's all I know about it, except it's supposed to be really good. I don't know where to put it. I'm just going to throw it on the floor. Y'all do not want to be seeing what I'm seeing right now. This is, like, very triggering for a person who loves books. I can't even look at it. Next, this doesn't have a dust jacket. I was gifted this. It is The Chosen and the Beautiful, which is a Great Gatsby retelling, but queer and from the perspective of Jordan, who is a character from The Great Gatsby. Next, I got The Illness Lesson by Claire Beams. This I got from Book Outlet, I think, or maybe Thrift Books. And this I have read. I gave it 3 stars. This is a story from 19th century New England about a man and his, like, mentee who want to start a school for women, but they just kind of ruin everything in the process. And it's narrated by the guy who wants to found the school, his daughter, and it's very, very fascinating about kind of performative activism. I have literally no recollection of getting this book. It had to have been thrifted because I don't think I would have bought it full price, but I have no recollection of where this came from. It just is on my shelf, and I have no idea how I got it. But it's Lady Clementine by Marie Benedict, which I believe is about Winston Churchill's wife, Clementine. Very excited to read this. Next, The Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. I found a bunch of her books at a thrift store, and I picked up this one, which I don't know anything about. World War II Russia, love story. I'm here for it. And The Great Alone. I was obsessed with The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, so I kind of want to read everything she's ever written. This one is Alaska, 1974. Family Crisis. Sounds dramatic. I'm here for it. Next, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. 4 stars, recently read it. I was obsessed with it, but it didn't quite hit the 5-star mark for me, but I still highly, highly recommend it. This is about a family who is, like, basically famous. It's about the kids in the family who are all, like, really famous and about a party that one of them throws, and all of the things that happen at this party basically takes place over 24 hours, and it's amazing. Then I got this from Ollie's, Wonders Will Never Cease by Robert Irwin. I knew nothing about this book. I just was obsessed with the cover. Like, that's such a cool cover. I remember literally nothing about it, and like nobody has read it on Goodreads, so I don't know why I bought it. 4 books fell. Oh my gosh, I need to literally finish this video. Okay, next I got from Book Outlet, Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the final book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I've yet to read Escaping from Houdini, but yes, this is the final one, and one of my most highly anticipated books, like, literally ever. Then, Beheld by Tarashia Nesbitt. This is about the Mayflower. That's the time period, and a crime that shakes the divided community to its core. That's what this is about. And I believe it's very feminist. I'm also obsessed with this cover. I either thrifted this one or got it from Book Outlet. And then Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I was sent this by my good friend Julia. This is, I mean, I feel like everybody knows what this is about. It's about a girl who gets cursed so that nobody will ever remember her, but then one day she meets somebody who remembers her. Amazing book. I gave it 4 stars. It's like so good. And then finally I got Daughters of Sparta on sale at Barnes & Noble, 50% off. This is like Circe vibes, but about princesses of Sparta. I'm very excited to read it. That's all of the books, guys. I think I did it. Oh my gosh, this concept of doing this video has been stressing me out for such a long time because I knew it was just gonna be so many books. But I feel like I actually kept it very concise, and I'm very proud of myself. I do have to deal with this issue now, which is stressing me out, but I'm gonna reorganize my whole bookshelf, so it's gonna be fine. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know, I mean, it's like around Christmas time, so let me know if you got any books for Christmas, what you got, which one of these you think I should prioritize. Other than that, that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. I apologize for not having done book hauls for literally 6 months. I will keep up with it better in 2022. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. And I hope you have a great life, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.